At the end of the First World War, four great empires had collapsed: the German, the Russian, the Austro Hungarian, and the Ottoman. And this left a vast vacuum of political control. The other empires stepped in many places, but it also left a feeling that change was in the air, that there was opportunity, that new ideas, new ways, new nations could come into being. And this is what makes a lot of the 1920s into the 1930s so fascinating to me, particularly, because that notion that new ideas could appear just runs through everything politically and socially. My name is Jason Collings, and I write the Alaric von Trello mysteries. What I mean by these political ideas, you had communism that had been around for a while. Marx and Engels had written in the 1880s onwards, but it suddenly burst into being. It had seized control of Russia, and it seemed to be threatening to take control in other nations as well. For a brief period, it did in Bavaria. It attempted to, apparently, or it seemed to, in various other German cities, including Hamburg and Berlin. It seized control in Hungary, although Belakun's government was fairly rapidly overthrown. But it wasn't alone. There were also forces on the right that were also stepping forward. These aren't quite fascism yet, but they have many of the same characteristics. And you see this in the attempt to seize hold of Fiume by Gabriele D'Annunzio. And these will become fascist ideas and fascist political movements. Mussolini takes many of his ideas from Gabriele D'Annunzio's teachings, his writings, his speeches. He even uses the same name, Il Duce. And other right-wing nationalist leaders are looking at exactly the same stuff that is happening. They're sharing ideas, and they are saying, if we're not going to be an empire, if we're not going to have kings and emperors, what are the other options for us? And this then runs through this entire period, and it forms the backdrop to the new book that I've written, Murder on the Adriatic. It's out on the 1st of August, and it is set on a ship crossing the Mediterranean that is full of people who have different ideas, and many of these are political ideas that will lead them into conflict. I hope you enjoy the book, and I hope you've enjoyed this content. If you have, please subscribe for more.